Welcome to Hopefully Making Music. Welcome to Hopefully Making Music number 15. Alright, I think I'm going to start by doing, I'm going to have the MIDI track in there. I'm going to take a simpler. Alright, first actually I need to put an audio track in. Change up the preferences in here. Scroll it. And hello. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna take that audio right there. I think I want to make an instrument out of it. So grabbing that audio, putting it into the simpler. Let me go back to the preferences now. You can hear it on the speaker. That sounds nice. All right, so that just played some chords and me. That's like me singing basically, turned into an instrument. So now I'm just gonna loop that. Let me play this back though. All right, let me insert another audio track. Let me try something here. Going here, yeah, but I'm just showing the musical process. I'm using Ableton, and yeah. Let me see how I can do this. Now I don't know if I need to make that into an instrument. I think I can literally just loop it like as is. So let me see. Like this. I'll turn it down. Like how that sounds. I'm gonna maybe put some reverb in there. Like a lot of this is mismade from vocals. All right, now I want to start adding some more layers here. So maybe I want to add another MIDI track in here. And yes, I'm using Ableton. And all right, let's see how we can build this up here. Yeah, just coming off an interesting weekend, you know, went out into the city, you know, had some cool experiences, some really nice experiences, just going out to cool restaurants and all. And yeah, I went to a thing called the Love Run in Philadelphia, and I did photography there, and I met a lot of cool people and was doing some networking there. So yeah, it just goes to show, like, you know, putting yourself out there, because I was commissioned for the job just by, because like I did photography for the Love Run a few years ago, and then I met someone that was in the PR, you know, with like the news and all that, and like they saw me doing photography, and then it commissioned me to do it this year. So it's really cool. I got to, you know, take some awesome photos. So it's just another way I can extend my art. Let me add this clap. Hey. What? If you like the sound of this, like and subscribe. I am basically a full-time, I'm not really sure what full-time musician means, but I mean, I do other stuff too, but I'm very, very consistent on the music. I just put an album last year and all, so I think I'm worth a follow. Just like and subscribe, because I think I'm going to be huge one day in the music scene. People will know. Run it back. I'm not adding this hi-hat here in the Ableton. There's something off on one of these claps. Sheesh. Let me run back that clap here. Hold on. Running it back, running it back. Hello, chat. What's up, Cabe, Rob? Hello. Like and subscribe if you like what you hear. But yeah, I've been making music, big part of my life. Yeah, I got my guitar when I was about 12 years old or so, and yeah, I mean, I wasn't entirely consistent my entire life, but I feel like it's always been in the back of my mind, and yeah, the last few years have been very consistent with it. And so yeah, we're trying to make it happen. We're out here streaming, you know, and yeah, that's what it's all about, is just like doing one little step every day, and then you know, just applying that. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just make it part of your daily routine if you can. Yeah. All right, playing this back. Whose first time is it here this time? Let me know. Right first. If you've been here before, right here before. Let me know. I'm trying to build out a community here. All right, I think I'm gonna add a bass line now. So let me play. Let that play for a bit. I think that's it. Let's try it. Maybe turn down the bass a little bit. There you go. Run it back. Something like that. Let me know what you think of the bass line. Or if you think this song needs anything else, I'm open to suggestions here. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm just gonna wing it. Just wing this instrumental, see what we come up with. All right, quantize. How many on the live stream? I see one. That's cool. That's one person in the world watching me chase my dreams right now. But yeah, whoever's in the chat, I appreciate you. I hope you're following your dreams. You know, I hope you're having a great day. Okay, I'm gonna try to put these headphones back on again, and I think I'm gonna record part of this audio They're straight up. I think I'm gonna do like a trumpet type sound here. All right. Okay, I can work with that. All right, I'm just bringing it back to the speakers. You can hear what I just did here. That's the second part coming up. Maybe it's that first part. Let's see. Sounds so cool, just making your voice an instrument, basically. Yeah, I think that's our voices are one of the oldest instruments, probably. Like this, listen to this. Just working the beginning of this song a bit. All right, how far are we? We're at 20 minutes in. Oh, Kendall, you're new to the channel. Well, like and subscribe if you like what you hear. It goes a long way. Thank you. I want to bring the hi-hat a little bit later in this track like this. So maybe in the beginning, actually, you know, before I go any further, I want to add a different kick too. Well, it'll be the same kick, same sound, but I want to add like variation to it. So it'll be like, because right now it's basically just like a metronome. Like I want to be like something like that. All right, let me do that real quick. Honestly, like I'm kind of thinking like, maybe I'll just turn this, the original pickup. Maybe let's do that. Yeah, I do think I'm gonna add like some compressor and like maybe some EQ to these vocal tracks as well. But yeah, I mean, this is something actually I've been trying to intentionally work on more, just get better with like compression, EQ, maybe even reverb, just like the engineering side. Because I think a big part of what I've been focusing on is like the composition side of the music. And I do think the engineering side is very important as well. And yeah, even like back like when I was like younger, like I think even when early as back when I was in high school, I was like doing like engineering work for other artists and for myself. And it's just something I've always remembered, and I think it's like very valuable when you're making music and all. Even in the age of AI, you know, when they can just type in a prompt and they can just make music like that. You know what I mean? Just like have some of these skills are just universal, and I think a lot of them are timeless. So let me work on this a little bit. Just working on the EQ compressor. I'm working with an Ableton. So I just added it to this one audio track. Let me just solo that out and see how this sounds. All right, I'm gonna add an exciter too, which is a waves effect that I have. I remember I was working at Best Buy way back in the day, and there's a producer that worked there, as a matter of fact. He was telling me about this thing called an exciter. I think there's another rapper too that I was working with when I was working back at IKEA. I was working in sales for a while, and I'm still working in sales too in a way. But yeah, he was telling me about the exciter too, so I remember hearing that a few times, and I was like, I gotta find out what this is. And yeah, it definitely can bring your vocals to life. So this is what it sounds with the exciter. This is without the exciter. I just feel like it adds like a little bit more like flavor to it. Maybe I'll add like a saturator as well within Ableton, which is something that's like more of like a newer thing that I'm trying to experiment with within Ableton. All right, well, we gotta go to audio effects. There we go. This is what. Okay, and I'm gonna also add some of these effects to the other vocal tracks here. Because actually, this one that I made, I was like this one here. I literally recorded like my voice going like ah, and I can play it on a keyboard like this. It's really cool. But yeah, I'm gonna add those effects there, and it should bring it more to life a bit. But yeah, is anyone in the chat, or anyone watching the live, is anyone else a musician here? If so, we may have some like artists that we listen to in common. You know, maybe we make similar kind of music. Let me know if you're also making music or just making art, because I'm also a painter, photographer, audio engineer, producer, singer. So I try to do a lot of it, and there's a lot of things too. But all right, let's see. I'm gonna play this. Let me know what you think of this track. Like and subscribe, it goes a long way. And you can watch my musical journey here, because you know I've come a long way in my musical journey. You know, I've worked with major labels, I've worked with small labels, and you know, I'm just continuing to put out music and, you know, be on this grind. And you know, it's like I think we should all, you know, try to support one another as much as we can. You know what I mean? Because we got AI coming into the picture, and I think this human-made art is going to be one of the pinnacles that we got to hold on to. You know what I mean? Even I'm embracing AI. I think AI is amazing. But yeah, there is value. It's still human art, and I think a lot of artists are being discouraged by AI, thinking like, oh, people can just type in a prompt and then, you know, make a song just by typing in, you know, whatever comes to mind. But the reality is, there's a lot of things that you can still come up on your own that maybe AI still can't do. You know what I mean? A lot of AI is looking at what already exists, and maybe what's in your mind doesn't exist yet. Maybe it's divine, maybe it's coming from God, you know? So maybe someone needs to hear your message. Maybe someone's in the chat right now and they need to hear this message, you know? And I think the best thing you can do is, you know, love yourself, you know, try to improve yourself every day, and then, you know, just so you can live your best life, and also you can spread more love in the world and help each other more. I always hear this quote about, like, you know, when you're on an airplane, they always say that you should put your oxygen mask on in a state of emergency first, before helping someone else. Because, you know, if you pass out, you know, when you're on the plane, you're not able to help anyone. So you got to give yourself that oxygen first. Right, and so that's why I'm here early in the morning. Well, it's not that early. I kind of woke up a little later, but one of the first things I do is, you know, I come to my passions, you know, and I come to this keyboard, and you know, I make music. You know what I mean? Because that's something that's really important to me, and I think I'm gonna have a much better day because of that. So let me know if you agree. Say amen. But yeah, I think I'm gonna sign off in a bit here. I hope you enjoyed Hopefully Making Music number 15. And yeah, hope you have a great day. Let me know what you think.